Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I hear you.
Is Dr. Appliers on the line?
Hello?
We're here and ready to begin. I think we're waiting on Dr. Appliers.
Okay, I couldn't hear anybody, so I didn't know if is everybody on mute? I'm guessing.
Most people are.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, so can you hear me? This is Dorsey.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. All right, so we will get started in just 1 second. I am pulling up my documents. Okay. All right, so can you all see me?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I was only given the member ID, and I couldn't get in, so I'm on the phone, but it's fine. I don't think I need to be seen, correct?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
No.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I am going to welcome everyone to today's Board of Estimate and Apportionment meeting. The date is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. The time is 1:30 p.m. And we are having this meeting via Zoom video conference. Present includes myself, Dorsey Appliers, Chief City Auditor. We also have Darius Shamfar, our City Treasurer. Michael Wheeler, are you there? Anyone from Budget?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me? Yep.
Yes. Our Budget Director. We have from Corporation Counsel, our Head Attorney, Marisa Franchini. Marisa, you're there?
I'm here.
Okay, perfect. And then we have our Common Council President, Corey Ellis. All right, so we're going to dive, thank you. We'll dive right into the agenda, starting with our 2019 budget transfers. The first we have from the City Treasurer's Office. We're transferring from our handicap parking fines account to our contracted services account in the amount of $45,000. This is for the reason of collection efforts increased fine revenue by $600,000. The budget for the cost of the collection efforts need to be increased in order to pay the collection agency. Darius, do you have anything you want to add regarding this transfer?
No, in some respects, it's kind of a sign of good things, and that it's worked very well. But when it works well, we owe more money.
Okay. All right. Are there any questions from anyone? All right. So we're going to move on to adjustments to balance grants. Now, this is the first time that I've had to facilitate a meeting in which we've had this on the agenda. We have an attachment that was sent out in the email, and it has a variety of different transfers listed from the police department. Bridget, are you on the line? Is anyone from the police department present?
It looks like Leah's here.
So Leah, are you
Darcy,
there?
I can.
Okay, Mike, if you could chime in on this.
Yeah, I can speak to it. This is simply what happens is APD has reimbursable overtime, and it goes negative during the course of the year, and then when the grants come in, they do these entries to make them whole, so that now the amended budget matches the reimbursable overtime. But there's so many entries into it, it just makes more sense to put it on a spreadsheet and have you guys try to fit all that line by line on the agenda.
Okay. Does anyone have questions regarding the attachment?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mike. So I'm going to transfer to, or transition to budget transfers for 2020. The first item is from our budget department. We have monies being transferred from our contingency account.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So we have a total of $725,000 being transferred to our supplies and materials account with the purpose of setting up a specific account for all of our COVID-19 first response PPE expenses. Mike, could you just
Now,
talk a little bit about
what type
that,
of
please?
expenses? Yeah, can you tell what type of expenses? I mean, PPE.
Yeah, personal
expenses,
protection
what does that
equipment.
include?
Personal protection equipment. It's gloves, masks, gowns, all goggles, all the things that our first responders and our staff need to be safe. And actually now the county has mandated that all first response calls for the fire department, they have to have PPE on every call. But the thing to remember about this too is we're setting up this account so it makes it easier for us to track everything to submit into FEMA for reimbursement. So 75% of this should be reimbursed by FEMA, and we may be able to get more of it reimbursed by some of the other grant opportunities as well. So you know, this is basically a way for us to have better tracking and to be able to submit it easier for reimbursement.
And so the account is starting out with the 275,000, right? Because the other stuff says retirement and hospital medication insurance retiree. So the account that's being set up is the 275,000. That A1, is that it?
No, the account that's being set up is the A197410. We're moving money from all three of those lines into the supplies and materials line.
Gotcha. Wow. All right.
And for the record, and thank you, Council President Ellis, I just want to, because I initially mentioned that the monies were being, the request was for that funds be transferred from just the contingency account, but it is in fact all three of those accounts. So the New York State Employee Retirement System account and the, Mike, that's
It's the retiree health. Yep. Hospital medical for retirees.
Got it. Okay. Any additional questions? Okay. The next transfer request comes from our police department. More on overtime. This request is that, let's see, $16,445 dollars be transferred from our overtime reimbursable account to our, let's see, there are 3 different accounts here. The first is the furniture and fixtures account, other equipment account, and then the contracted services account. The purpose of this request, APD was awarded a grant from the Community Development Block Grant. It's for their Do the Right Thing program. So that request, as I mentioned, was in the amount of $16,445. Any questions there? Okay. The next is also, the next 2 are from police. The next request is for $4,000 to be transferred from the contracted services account to the other equipment account, with the purpose of covering the purchase of patrol rifles that were ordered in 2019, but they were not received. The next is a transfer in the amount of $30,558 from the overtime reimbursable account to 3 separate accounts, the salary, Social Security, and supplies and material accounts. APD was awarded a grant from another grant from the Community Development Block Grant for the cadet program. Any questions about those 2 transfers? Okay. I'm going to keep rolling here. Another request from police requesting that a total of $8,000 be transferred from 3 separate accounts: the furniture and fixtures account, training fund account, and telephone communication account to the other equipment account. The purpose of this being to cover the cost of computers that were ordered in 2019, but they were not received until 2020. Any questions? The next is from Recreation. They are requesting that $5,000 be transferred from the Operations Contracted Services account to the Admin Contracted Services account to cover internet invoices and continue contracts for 2020. Any questions? Okay. The next request comes from our water department. They are requesting that $200,000 be transferred from 3 separate accounts. There is a supply reservoir, supply conduit, and engineering fees account to the capital expenditure sewer rehab account, with the purpose to reallocate 2020 capital budget funds according to the 2020 capital plan. And again, that amount being requested to transfer is $200,000. Any questions about this transfer? All right, so we're going to transition to our increase appropriation request. We have another request from police. This is a increase in appropriation from our US DOJ COPS lead account in the amount of $6,638 to our contracted services account. APD received a grant from the US Department of Justice COPS office to support the lead initiative. Congratulations to them. Any questions? All right, so next on the agenda are the Common Council resolutions and ordinances that were passed. Let's see, I am going to just read them and go as fast as possible. The first is ordinance number 6.33.20, ordinance number 7.33.20, ordinance number 43.112.19, ordinance number 2.20, ordinance number 2.22.20, resolution number 30.3320R, resolution number 24.41.20R, resolution number 15.31.20R, resolution number 17.31.20R, resolution number 22.31.20R. I know that Danielle is on the call, our city clerk. Any comments, and our council president, any comments regarding any of these ordinances or resolutions?
No.
I don't have any.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I believe that concludes that portion of the agenda. Are we missing any, am I missing anything from your office, Marisa?
No.
Okay. All right. So that concludes our meeting, E&A meeting for today. So in terms of a vote on the agenda, I was waiting for you, Darius.
Agenda.
I'll move the agenda.
Okay.
Second,
Second by, is that Mike Wheeler?
Corey.
That was, okay, seconded by Corey, Council President Ellis. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes, agenda is adopted. Thank you all so much. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
There will be a follow-up meeting on this. So if you're participating in that meeting, I encourage you to stay on the phone here or on your computers. Danielle, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, well, thank you guys. How was everybody today?
Great.
Good.
You.
So I'd like, okay. I'd
Sorry,
like to,
Kashana.
no problem. Thank you. I'd like to call to order our meeting of Board of Contract and Supply. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. Present, we have Michael Wheeler, Darius Scheinfar, Marisa Franchini, Randall Milano, and Frank Zioli. The following was offered on behalf of the Albany Water Board. Resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for 2020 chimney manhole rehabilitation project. That proposals to be received by the board at a meeting to be held Tuesday, May 5th, 2020 at 1:30 p.m. The following was offered on behalf of the Albany Water Board. Resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for bids for 2020 water and sewer capital project. Said proposals to be received by the board at a regular meeting to be held Tuesday, May 5th, 2020 at 1:30 p.m. Mr. Milano offered the following. Resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for City of Albany maintenance contract work for roofing work for various city-owned buildings. Said proposals to be received by the board at a regular meeting to be held Tuesday, April 21st, 2020 at 1:30 p.m. Department of General Services offered the following. Resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for Street Building Project 2020. Said proposals to be received by the board at a regular meeting held Tuesday, April 21st, 2020 at 1:30 p.m. The following was offered. Resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for SUASs for confined spaces. That proposal to be received by the board at a regular meeting to be held Tuesday, April 21st, 2020, 1:30 p.m. Also resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for outdoor USAS. Said proposals to be received by the board at regular meeting to be held April 21st, 2020 at 1:30 p.m. Ms. Robinson offered the following. The resolve that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for the City of Albany civilly preserved trail and park improvements. That proposal to be received by the board at regular meeting held May 5th, 2020 at 1:30 p.m. And the following was offered on behalf of the Albany Water Board. Resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for Woodlawn Park stormwater harvesting project. Set proposals to be received by the board at a regular meeting to be held Tuesday, May 5th, 2020 at 1:30 p.m. So we have 3 projects scheduled for opening today. And the first one we're going to open is for the 2020 installation of Cured Place pipelining project. The first bidder I'm opening, Aerol Construction Co. Inc. Bid bond included. Okay, the total base bid price I have, $565,620.00. Next, we'll be opening from Green Mountain Pipeline Services. Bid bond included. Total base bid price, $447,458.00. Green Mountain. Next, we have Kenyon Pipeline Inspection. Bid bond included. The total base bid price, $431,780.00. And the last one we have is from National Water Main Cleaning Co. Bid bond included. Their total base bid, $446,847.50. All righty, our next one we'll be opening is the 2020 lease of uniforms. And oh my God, thank you, Frank, for your assistance earlier. It was submitted by UniFirst Corporation. There was no bid, there was no deposit required for this, right, Frank?
No, that's correct. No deposit.
Okay. All righty. So, what we have here is listed as the type of options for, wait a minute. I could send you guys this bid sheet if you guys would support that.
That's fine with me.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'll make sure I get that to you guys immediately following the meeting. The next opening we have is for purchase of Himax couplings We have a submission from SW Web Co. I don't think there probably was a bond required for this one also. So we have a grand total of $24,882.75. That concludes the bid openings. We have a few awards to get through. The Department of General Services offered the following: resolved that the bid of the following named bidder be accepted and the contract awarded to them at and for the prices specified in their proposal, they being the lowest qualified bidder for construction, equipment tires, tire mounting and repair services, the Service Tire Truck Centers, Inc. The Department of General Services offered the following: resolved that the bid of the following named bidder be accepted and the contract awarded to them at and for the prices specified in their proposal, they being the lowest qualified bidder for heavy truck tires, tire mounting and repair services to Service Tire Truck Center, Inc. The Department of General Services offered the following: resolved that the bid of the following named bidder be accepted and the contract awarded to them at and for the prices specified in their proposal, they being the lowest qualified bidder for the Kubota equipment maintenance and repair to Abel Tractor and Equipment Co. Inc. The Department of General Services offered the following: resolved that the bid of the following named bidder be accepted in the contract awarded to them at and for the prices specified in their proposal, they being the lowest qualified bidder for the landfill gas blower skid parts, preventative maintenance and repair to Troy Belting. The Department of General Services offered the following. I'll say that for the upcoming, for these last three. The Department of General Services offered the following 3 awards: that their bid be accepted and the contract awarded to them for light vehicle parts preventative maintenance and repair to Exit 5 Auto Group, for purchase of tulips and flower bulbs to Color Blend, Dipper and Company, and for yard and wood waste processing services to SM Gallivan LLC. That concludes the Board of Contract and Supply agenda today.
Pardon the interruption. Before we adjourn, legislation was passed to allow for electronic bid submission. I want to put that on everybody's radar. If you have any suggestions on how to roll it out appropriately, what modifications we need to make to our bid spec form, please email us by Thursday so we can try and roll things out.
Okay, Marisa, will your office be letting us know, or Danielle, will your office be letting us know what language we should be putting in our specs?
Right now, we're entertaining whether or not during the COVID-19 outbreak, if we should waive bid requirements, because for electronic submission, it's very difficult to manage bid deposits. So that's the one consideration, but I'm sure Corporation Council, under the great leadership of Marisa and the city clerk's office, will figure something out that'll work well for the city and all stakeholders.
Yeah, we'll have language for you. Once we decide what route we're taking, we're looking at software packages that would make it easier to submit and open bids all at once. So this isn't something that's going to happen overnight. We do have the authorizing legislation, but we'll have some more details for you soon.
Okay. I don't have anything in the immediate media pipe, but I will have something soon that we'll be putting out.
Okay, we'll talk.
Okay, thanks.
So that concludes the agenda. Is there any discussion, or can I get a motion to accept?
I'll
So
move it. Darius. Or I'll second
Frank.
Frank.
I'll second
Seconded is who? Frank?
Frank.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 So move. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Move.
So move. Thank guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.